According to my research, the story of the 3 questions was first published in Yiddish in 1903, in a book that included short stories from other distinguished authors, such as Chekhov, to aid the Jews who were being persecuted in Russia. The version that I read as a student at Cambridge University in 1970 was published in an anthology, although I cannot trace that publication. Long ago, an emperor sought a philosophy of life. He needed wisdom to guide his rule and govern himself. The religions and philosophies of the time did not satisfy him, so he searched for his philosophy in the experience of life. Eventually he realized that he required the answers to only 3 fundamental questions. With those answers he would have all the wise guidance he needed. The 3 questions were: 1. When is the most important time? 2. Who is the most important person? 3. What is the most important thing to do? After a long search, which took up most of the original story, he found the 3 answers on a visit to a hermit. What do you think the answers are? Look at the questions again, please. Pause before you continue. We all know the answer to the first question, but we forget it too often. The most important time is now, of course. That is the only time we ever have. So if you want to tell your mum or dad how much you really love them, how grateful you are for them being your parents, do so now. Not tomorrow, not in 5 minutes. Now. In 5 minutes it is often too late. If you need to say sorry to your partner, don't start thinking of all the reasons why you shouldn't. Just do it right now. The opportunity may never come again. Grab the moment. The answer to the second question is powerfully profound. Few people ever guess the correct answer. When I read the answer as a student, it had me spinning for days. It saw deeper into the question than I'd ever imagined. The answer is that the most important person is the one you are with. I recalled asking questions of college professors and not being fully heard. They were outwardly listening, but inwardly wanting me to go. They had more important things to do. That's what I felt. It was a rotten feeling. I also recalled rousing my courage to approach a famous lecturer and ask a personal question, and being surprised and so pleased that he was giving me his total attention. Other professors were waiting to speak with him. I was a mere long-haired student, but he made me feel important. The difference was huge. Communication and love can only be shared when the one you are with, no matter who they are, is the most important person in the world for you at that time. They feel it. They know it. They respond. Married couples often complain that their partner doesn't really listen to them. What they mean is that their partner doesn't make them feel important anymore. Divorce lawyers would have to look for other work if every person in a relationship remembered the answer to the emperor's second question and put it into practice, so that no matter how tired or busy we are, when we are with our partner, we make them feel as though they are the most important person in the world. In business, where the person we are with is a potential customer, if we treat them as the most important person for us at that time, our sales will go up, and with it our salary. The emperor, in the original story, escaped assassination by fully listening to the advice of a small boy on his way to visit the hermit. When a powerful emperor is with a mere child, that boy is the most important person in the world for him, and saves the emperor's life. When friends come up to me after a long day to tell me about their problems, I remember the answer to the emperor's second question and give them total importance. It is selflessness. Compassion supplies the energy, and it works. The organizer of the education seminar had, in her first interviews with the children she was reaching out to help, practiced, "The most important person is the one you are with." For many of those kids, it was the first time they were made to feel important, especially by an influential adult. Moreover, by giving them importance, she was fully listening, not judging. The kids were heard. The program was tailored accordingly. The kids felt respected, and it worked. Mine wasn't to be the keynote speech, after all. One of the kids got up to speak after me. He related his story of family trouble, drugs and crime, of how the program returned hope to his life, and how he was soon to go to university. I was wet-eyed by the end. That was the keynote address. Most of the time in your life, you are by yourself. Then the most important person, the one you are with, is you. There is plenty of time to give importance to yourself. Who is the first person you are aware of when you wake up in the morning? You. Do you ever say, "Good morning, me. Have a nice day"? I do. Who is the last person you are aware of when you go to sleep? Yourself again. I say good night to myself. I give myself importance in the many private moments of my day. It works. The answer to the Emperor's third question, what is the most important thing to do, is to care. To care brings together being careful and caring. The answer illustrates that it is where we are coming from that is the most important thing. Before describing what it means to care using several stories, I will summarize the 3 questions of the Emperor, together with the answers. 1. When is the most important time? Now. 2. Who is the most important person? The person you are with. 3. What is the most important thing to do? To care.